Hi you guys, Anna Cortez, author of the Playing Card Oracles, back with another video, a viewer requested video on a really great topic, mediumship with your cards. So I'm so glad that this question was asked. What a great opportunity to share some really juicy stuff with you guys. So let's take it to the card reading table.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to try my best to keep my hands and the cards in your view on the video. Got here my Playing Card Oracle Vintage Edition deck, and this is an interesting deck to use for mediumship. I always feel like my father's decks lend themselves toward mediumship with the cards because these images were created intuitively by him, and he was always very much in connection with the astral plane, with spirits. He was always relaying to me conversations he had had with different spirits who would come and talk with him, and they definitely come through in the images. I feel his energy in these cards very much. So, you know, maybe having a deck that you feel connected to that way, that feels very spiritual to you, would be a good start for mediumship with cards. And I love this particular image. Check this out. This is one of the extra cards in the vintage deck I'm selling right now. This is one of the queens that we didn't use when we published the deck, but it's available right now. This is Deja, Queen of Hearts, and she's doing a little psychometry there. A cool image for our topic. And the truth is that we are connecting into guidance and spirits, quote unquote, in the other dimensions all the time. We do it on a natural basis without really realizing it. So when we're card reading, we're also tapping into spirits in the other realms, and sort of your general intention when you sit down. You want help from realms that we cannot see, right? You're going in fishing for information from unseen realms, for intelligence that exists in the other realms. So already you're setting the intention for mediumship when you sit down with the cards. And unless you're afraid of your cards, you know, it's going to happen very naturally. You're going to block the information with any kind of fear that you have around your practice or connecting with spirits. So first of all, make sure you don't have any of that fear going on. And if you do, you should probably address that first. And that is not the topic we're going to be going into that video, into this video. But that would be step number one. And the next order of business when attempting mediumship with cards would be to formulate your question for your cards well. If you're asking questions that are significant to you, that are actually important for your life, you're going to be getting the attention of your own spirit guides, your ancestors, and so forth. It's like you know, they're going to be paying attention. And if you're asking questions that aren't significant, or you're just goofing around with cards, your spirit guides have other things to do than goof around with you. And so we want to make sure to ask questions that matter, at least if we're intending to channel some kind of helping energy, right? If you're asking, should I put nuts in my oatmeal or not today, then, you know, you're going to attract spirits that just want to mess with you. And, you know, I would not recommend that. But if you're asking about a career path, a relationship clarification, something like that, you know, you're already getting the attention of guides and ancestors ready to come through. All you have to do is not shut yourself off to it. So let's say I want some clarity on my relationship. I've gone through all my steps. I'm laying out the cards. And, oh, isn't that nice? There's a lovely message of the King and Queen of Diamonds. And the Nine of Diamonds. Wow, that's quite a spread there. So I'm feeling strong energy coming through this layout. The cards are strong. They're talking. The messages are coming through very strongly. And so already I know that I've tapped into something. If my cards feel weak or dodgy or I'm not able to get anything out of it, maybe I'm not tapping in. Maybe you need to double check one of those steps. We've already talked about it, but one confirmation I look for is cards coming through like boom, boom, boom. They're hitting me in the gut as I'm turning them, and I'm feeling like there's something behind the cards. And then I start talking. You know, I start interpreting. And when you're doing mediumship or channeling, it's not like your eyes roll back in your head or anything like that. It's just the reading becomes effortless, right? You can't talk fast enough. And it's not coming from you. It's coming from something that's laid out in front of you, and it just feels like something that, you know, you don't have to struggle with to try to get off the tip of your tongue. And, you know, a lot of times that happens as the reading is already in progress. It might start off a little slowly and then pick up momentum, and then things start unfolding as you sort of fine-tune your connection to the energy that's trying to come through. So
this is the point in the video when my camera shut off mysteriously or not so mysteriously. And so there's just a couple of things I want to add about this topic. If you are looking to channel or get in touch with a specific person through your cards, this can be pretty simple if it's a blood relative, someone who's related by blood to either yourself or your client. You can do that for your client, and I find it just works very naturally. Our relatives are there with us. Our deceased relatives are with us. They're in our aura, and they want to help us. They want to communicate, and it's very natural. It happens very easily, I find. If you are looking to connect with someone who's not a blood relative, like a friend or whatever, it's a little trickier. The waters get deep very quickly on this one, and I find that really this kind of practice basically, in my experience, opens people up to a lot of self-deception. And you might think you're channeling that person, but you're actually not. And I think to actually connect with someone who's not related to either yourself or your client requires a more in-depth study of this topic, maybe some magical ritual kind of things, which I'm not going to go into in this video. And I would just say, you know, just keep your wits about you on that one. And what else am I wanting to say? Oh, you know, basically, channeling, if you want to go into this area, I think that that's a perfectly safe thing to do, as long as we're not going into fear, right? That's the big key. if you're going into fear, you're attracting a whole different sort of energy for assistance, and it will assist you in going deeper into your fear. So if you're asking questions that feel fearful, for example, you're going to attract energies that will play that game with you and will feed on your fear. So we just want to always enter our practice with a sense of, this is very natural and there's no need to go into fear. And we don't want to go into fear anyway. So, yeah. So that's enough said on that. Another thing, you don't want to wear really bright colors or it will scare the entities off. Just kidding. LOL. I couldn't help. Throw that in. Okay, well, that's it on this topic for today. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And thanks a lot. Bye-bye.